Hello everyone and welcome back to their 2022 Thomas Wood Railway review. Today we're going to be taking a look at James, which is one of the characters that I had not previously taken a look at yet, and I decided that it was time to take a look at him because he's definitely a very important engine, and I felt like I definitely needed to get him. And unfortunately for those who don't know, this line has actually been discontinued, so you can no longer find these engines on websites like Amazon or in stores. You do have to rely now on aftermarket websites like eBay, which is definitely unfortunate. I was hoping that this range would have lasted longer than it did, but yeah, unfortunately it has been discontinued. But James here looks like a pretty good model for the most part. The biggest problem that I have with him, and it's been the biggest problem I've had with all these engines so far, and that's the face. I really don't like his face there. But pretty much everything else about this model looks pretty good to me here for the most part. So yeah, I'm really excited to take a look at him here. And here's all the copyright information on the back of the box there. And as with all the other engines in this line, you can open them through this back part here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this part on camera, and I'll probably have to cut the video and do the rest of it off screen because there are lots of little strings and stuff that you have to get off. But I'll go ahead and open this part here on camera. And so yes, this is the same kind of unboxing process as all of the other 2022 Thomas Wood Railway engines. And the tender engines do have the bigger boxes here, so they have like the two different kind of string parts here to them, whereas the smaller engines just have one, I believe. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of this here off camera because that part can take a minute. But I did at least want to go ahead and open that part on camera. So yeah, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and take off all of these strings. All right, and I've gotten these strings off, so now I can just take James out. And it looks like there's still a little bit of these string left on him here, so let me try to get that out. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a similar unboxing process to the rest of all the engines here. And that string just kind of comes off there, and then I think I got the one on his tender, I think was already off. So yeah, it was a pretty not too bad of an unboxing process. Here were the little things there. I had to cut the strings obviously on the backs of those there. So yeah, that's what those looked like there, and then the string there I just kind of pulled through. And then of course the nice thing about these boxes here is that they actually make really nice displays just kind of just by themselves here, really, because you can close them right up there. And they really look pretty good. They're just by themselves like that. So yeah, that's another very nice thing about these boxes here. But now that I've gotten James out of the box here, we can take a closer look. Closer look at him. My first impressions of this James are very positive here for the most part. I really like the wheel configuration of it. I think that was done very nicely. Now the tender actually isn't very accurate. James should have 6 wheels on his tender. Rather than the 4 that are here on this tender right here. So that isn't very accurate, but the rest of James here, the wheel configuration on the rest of James was done very nicely. He has the 6 big wheels and then the 2 smaller wheels, and that is just very nice there. I don't love the design of the wheels on these 2022 models here, as I've said in some of the other videos, but I really like how they are configured here. And it's definitely way more accurate than anything that we've ever seen from the Thomas Wood Railway line before these 2022 models. So yeah, I'm really happy with all of the wheels there. But the rest of James, I think, also looks very nice. Another thing that I noticed about him that most other wooden railway models have not done in the past is this front section here. This front section on James in the show is very long here. And most models of James don't really depict him having such a long front section here, but this model here does, and that's very nice to see. I really like that accuracy there, so that looks really nice. And he has lots of very fine detail on him, lots of like rivets and kind of nails here, and I think that just really helps to make this feel very realistic here. So I really like that as well. And he does use a fair amount of plastic on him. I don't love how some of the bogies or debogies on him are plastic there. Yeah, I don't love the way that sounds. I really liked how on the how on old Thomas Wood Railway, before 2013, those were all wood. But yeah, so I don't love that those are plastic. But again, I am very happy though with the wheel configuration. But I do want to talk about the face here because that is the big problem that I have with it. And because, again, the rest of this model is really nice. But the face, though, I really don't like that face. That face is really bad. This, honestly, is maybe the worst of the 2022 Thomas Wooden Railway faces. I don't know. It's definitely one of the worst. It might be the worst. I don't mind them having James smiling. I think, in fact, that they probably should have him smiling. I think that most of the characters should be smiling, but I just wish that they were smiling and, had more just neutral expressions. Rather than this, James is just very overly excited here and just way too kind of a weird smile face there. So yeah, I'm really don't like the like very kind of odd faces here. I definitely wish that they had gone with more neutral faces on all of these models, and I don't mind face variants at all, like models with different face variants. I actually really like that, but I don't like it when like the stock standard model of a character just has some like very odd face to it there. So I really would have preferred a more neutral face for him there. But that is definitely my big critique with this model here. I do really like how they have the buffer beam there on the front with the two buffers there. So that's very nice as well. And I think that the cab detailing there is very nice as well. They even have like the little glowing fireplace, so that's very nice. The lining on James is also very nice here as well. And it's like some of the detail on the side of him there just looks very realistic there. And the printing on these is very nice. So yeah, this whole section here of James is very nice. As I talked about though with the tender, the wheel configuration is not very accurate there with the tender. I really wish they had given him 2 more wheels there because that just would have been more accurate. But the detailing, though, on the tender, I think looks pretty good for the most part. I do believe here that this is the correct shape there for James's tender. I don't think that he had like a different shape or anything there for the tender, so I think that is accurate. They do have the kind of more realistic coal on the top there, so that's also very nice. So yeah, I think that the tender, it looks pretty good for the most part, but it's not honestly not that great because of the wheel configuration there. And then another interesting thing here is that the wheel in the back actually extends past the fire box here. How it extends past that. That's very interesting there, the actual cab section here. So that's very interesting. I can't remember if the other models, if they extend, if the back wheels there extend past the cab on some of these other new models as well. But I do not want to compare this 2022 version here to this is the 2013 version of the Wooden Railway James, and I really like this model here a lot. I think that it looks very nice, and that's pretty accurate to what was seen in the CGI series. But yeah, so I want to compare these two models here because I think it will make a pretty interesting comparison. So the new James is obviously much longer, as with most of the other 2022 versions. It is much longer than the original Wooden Railway version. Here, I guess not the original Wooden Railway version, but the Wooden Railway version here. This is just the 2013 version. So yeah, as you can see there, it's much longer. I can try to put it this way as well, if that kind of helps show how much longer it really is there. So yeah, it's very interesting there, the length of this, how much longer. Now, interestingly though, considering that it's longer, the tender, though, on this one, I think is actually longer. Yeah, the tender on the old one is longer than the tender on the new one, which is very interesting there. I definitely would not have expected that. I'm actually very surprised to see that there. The tender on this new one is very small, and I'm not really sure that probably is accurate there, but it's just very interesting to see how small it is there. It's also pretty small in height there. It's very squat kind of too, whereas this one is just much more kind of big and full there. But then, like I said, that this front section is very long. On this one, it is not long at all, so that's very not accurate at all. It just kind of ends right away there. So yeah, that's kind of odd about this one here. So yeah, I really like that on this model here. Most of the toys, though, like I said, depict James as being very short like this. So that's something I really like a lot about this here. And yeah, I think for the most part, honestly, like in a lot of the detail here, this one wins for the most part. Now, the face on this one is so much better here. That's just a normal, generic James face. This is actually one of my favorite James faces of any Thomas Wooden Railway model. It might even be my favorite, honestly. I really like that James face a lot. This one is my least favorite. I really do not like this at all. I think that looks, yeah, just really not right there at all. So yeah, I don't like that James face. But I thought that that would be an interesting comparison because there definitely are some interesting things to kind of compare between the two there. And again, I really think that this 2022 version wins in a lot of the ways. Hearing this is, yeah, just a very nice model. I was not expecting to like James this much, but I really like him a lot here. I think because of that face, I was really expecting to not like this model. But if you can just kind of ignore the face, the rest of him is really nice here. I really like this a lot. And I'm very happy to have gotten him here because, again, this whole line has been discontinued. So if you do want these, again, you will have to go on eBay now to get them, which is, again, very unfortunate. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, it's very unfortunate. I really had hoped that this line would have, not only the ones that they made lasted longer, but I'd hoped that they would have made more than they did. But yeah, unfortunately, this line has been discontinued now. Now, another thing I realized, actually, I just now was that I did not get a pamphlet in this one, and I kind of remember the last one of these that I did. I think it was on Henry, and I don't think I got a pamphlet in that one either, but I did, of course, in I think all the other videos before that one. So that's very interesting here. Yeah, but I realized that I did not get a pamphlet in this, so that's very interesting. Here that I didn't get one. But, I mean, yeah, I think that for the most part, though, I'm very happy with this model. It's interesting there how the writing is like this as well. It's not like kind of horizontal like it's been, or I guess, horizontal from viewed this way, like it's been on all of the other Thomas Wooden Railway models in the past there. But overall, I think that this is a very nice model here. Again, I'm very happy to have gotten him here. And, yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much all I have to say about James here. I think that he's definitely the most detailed version that we've gotten thus far. And, yeah, I think that he's also definitely the most accurate. And other than the face, he's very good here. So that will pretty much do it for this video here. Thank you for watching this 2022 Thomas Wooden Railway review. Hope to get some more of these models in the future. I've gotten most of the ones that I want, but there are still a few more that I do want. But, yeah, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one.